I spent 24 hours doom scrolling through Looksmaxxing subreddits, expecting extreme self-improvement methods, but what I found instead will make you question everything about modern body standards. This first post was from r/Looksmaxxing advice, which is supposed to be a subreddit where people ask for simple advice on what they can improve, what they should improve. It says itself here, beauty, Looksmaxxing, grooming advice. That is what it should be. This person though deleted the post because she was getting a lot of harsh comments about her appearance. She did get a lot of surgery done and she was still unhappy. She posted herself knowing that this could be a possibility and she couldn't handle it. It's a typical expectation to reality mismatch. You think that once you get all of these surgeries done, you'll be at a better, happier place, but just like with everything, the grass is always greener where you water it. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to accept yourself. My heart goes out to her. I really hope that she manages to find peace. Next. This is a post from the subreddit of r/TrueRateMe, which prides itself on being objective, but it completely disregards the fact that looks are solely subjective. They can't be objective. If looks were objective, we wouldn't have queer people. Gayness wouldn't be a thing simply because it was never really prevalent in media or in society as a whole. This is just a poor young woman that is lost in the same system. She feels like she's not being represented enough. She sees women that don't look like her, that are thinner than her, and she is unhappy. And now she's posting on the subreddit saying, "Am I a lost case? I'm growing my hair and trying to lose weight. 18F." She looks totally fine. She looks young. The subreddit is unnecessarily harsh and rates her a 4.2, 4.5, 4.0. Some people rated her a 3. This is not going to help her. She won't feel better. It is just a way for her to get feedback, hoping that somehow she can improve this arbitrary rating. No, you're not a lost cause. Grow that hair, lose some weight, go to the gym, and wait 1 or 2 years. You'll look even more splendid than you do right now. And everything will come with time. Stop pressuring yourself. It's not worth it. Who are you doing this for anyway? I feel her pain. I feel the struggle. I was stuck in this self-hatred myself at some point. I was fat. I was considering myself to be ugly and I thought it was unpopular. What actually happened is I made it worse for myself because I didn't try to improve. I was stuck in this mindset where I thought I am ugly, I am fat, so let me just embrace it. Let me be even more fat and let me be even more ugly. I can't do anything anyway. I'll wait for the time until something happens and then all of a sudden I'll be pretty and respected. And let me tell you, it never did. I needed to make the change myself. And this leads me to the next post, which is a very sad and true reminder of how reality looks like for most of these Reddit users from a slightly different sub called r/ugly. Everyone told me the same things. Go to the gym, get hobbies, talk to people, take care of your skin, dress better, smell good, shave clean, visit therapists, approach women, improve yourself. All of this is pretty valid advice. It's always where I would start, things that you can change imminently. I did all of it. Every single thing. And all I got in return was more rejection. I have been rejected by women my entire life. I'm in my 30s now. At some point, you stop calling it bad luck and start calling it reality. And I'm truly sorry about that. And I believe you. I do. I don't know this person personally. I don't know whether they actually tried every single thing that they got recommended. But if you did, I don't think it worked. It feels like it was over before it even began. I have never held a girl's hand. I have never had a first kiss. Those experiences people talk about like they are normal parts of their life never happened to me. I don't think that improving and taking care of yourself will lead to more rejection. It should do the opposite. But reality is different for everyone. And I'm sorry that you feel this way. But I suspect that the issue is not where you look, but something more deep-rooted, like your personality. I have friends, I make friends easily, people like me, they respect me. I'm not invisible to my gender or hated as a person. I have female friends too. But the moment a woman looks at my face, something changes. I can see it. Neutral turns into discomfort, sometimes disgust. And that look says everything words never do. No matter what I improve, no matter how much effort I put in, the reaction never changes. And after years of this, it is hard not to feel like the problem is simply me. Yeah. I think that is where he summarized it pretty perfectly. The problem is not how you look, the problem is just you. The only thing you talk about is probably how you look and the way you're not perceived, the way you're not seen as a valuable partner, someone that is seen as attractive. Start actually improving on that. You are not defined by how you look, but rather by what you do and the person that you are. One of my friends barely knows how to communicate. He has almost zero social skills, but he gets girls constantly, effortlessly. He's a model, a real life Chad. He does not need to say the right things or do the right things. He just exists and doors open for him. That sounds like you are very jealous. You are jealous of this friend that seemingly gets everything he wants to without trying, but the truth is you don't know if he's actually trying or not. You don't know what he did to get to where he is. You're just assuming because he looks, in your eyes, way better than you. That is not fair to him, and I don't think you are friends, nor should you be. So when people tell me personality matters or confidence or just be yourself, it feels like a cruel joke. Because I did everything right and I still ended up here. And he did almost nothing and got everything. After seeing that, it is hard not to believe that some people are chosen and some are not. And I know exactly which one I am. No, I think you are just a little lost and you're just overly fixated on superficialities that won't help you in any way. Getting more attractive won't make women run after you like you're Arnold Schwarzenegger on a 90s sitcom. You should get out there and actually talk to women and see them as humans. I don't think you're doing that. I think you see them as sexual partners, as potential sexual objects, and that is not going to help you. They will notice that, and that's maybe why they look at you with disgust. You are not seeing their worth, so they are not seeing your worth as well. Next. 29, kissless virgin and broke. Am I chopped? First of all, very harsh description of yourself. At 29, I have to say it's a little late. Being broke is something you can work on. Maybe you should try finding a job instead of posting half-naked pictures of yourself on Reddit and looking like a serial killer. Because you're not ugly. I think you just have a very shitty personality and you only focus on your looks. And by the way, the comments also agree with me. First thing is just finding a job. Start there. Friends been telling me I gotta hit the rope. And first I thought he meant the rope as in, like, I don't know, like rope pull-ups. But then I realized it's not about that. It's actually about ending your subscription to life. If those are your friends, I don't want to know who your enemies are. Drop those friends. You don't need people like that in your life. In the end, it could be that they are just jealous of you and want to put you down. This is a very unhealthy social circle. And most people in these subreddits are in this very dangerous echo chamber. I get that they feel like those are societal standards, but in the end, they are not societal standards. They are standards that are being pushed by people that are already in this community and already have a very skewed view of what a person should look like. Realize that this is not a normal perspective. It is your echo chamber that you surround yourself with. Get out of this fucking community. Try to spread some positivity instead. Try to be happy. Happiness is contagious. Sometimes it's hard. We all struggle, but at least try not to put this negativity on other people. They don't deserve it, and you deserve to treat yourself a little better. Now, another very depressing fact, most of these people in these subreddits are highly misogynistic. They fight so hard to get approval from women, but hate them as soon as they see them. So this guy says, can we get these R-worded ass females off of the sub? They all look good. What is even the point in posting? Shouldn't be here, to say the least. The same reason as to why you are posting, to look for criticism, maybe because they just feel insecure one day and they really just want approval. The fact that there's people commenting first base take on this fuck ass sub, people slut shaming. This guy says this is all the fault of hypergamy and that the men that enable it. Foids wouldn't be whores if you didn't enable them. Foids, by the way, is a very derogatory term for women because he's an insecure fuck. He also can't get any action himself, so he feels like those women shouldn't be able to choose freely. You want women to like you, but you hate them and you don't want to give them any attention. It's not wrong to be gay. Let's finish this. And once again, we arrive at a point where Looksmaxxing advice becomes very unhealthy and dangerous. This woman here says, 18F, should I get hooded eyes surgery? This is just creating an endless loop of unhappiness because you're always going to find something else that you hate. First it's your hooded eyes, then at some point it's going to be your jaw, then maybe you think your nose is ugly or bulbous. You will not find any happiness by getting an endless amount of expensive surgeries that are also very dangerous and carry inherent risk. Point is, she is young and she already has the feeling that she's not enough. Everybody struggles with their own appearance. We all see each other differently when we look at ourselves in the mirror. We don't have a realistic perspective on how we look. This isn't a man versus woman thing either, and it's not like that one incel is trying to portray it as women fishing for compliments and men actually trying to improve. Everybody feels these struggles, and women are also everybody. Guys, women actually are very self-conscious of their looks too. Who would have thought? It's a universal thing, and to be honest, I even saw more women in these subreddits than men. Instead of demeaning each other, we should accept that we all have struggles and work through them together. Not by spreading hate and making each other insecure, but by just getting better, encouraging ourselves. Everybody has good days and bad days, and it's fine to look the way you do. You are perfectly fine the way you are, and your quirks, those that you may hate, are what actually make you special. Let's just try and be better together. That's all.